Good evening. We are here, and once again, it is our great pleasure to be in your reality. And we would like you to be as happy as we are to be in your reality. Many of you don't want to be here right now. Big mistake, people. It's happening here right now. So, again, we welcome you to an evening exploration of the cosmic mind. Yes, an evening of expansion, an evening of understanding of what is really going on underneath the surface, of what you think is going on, but you have no idea what is really going on. Yes. So we have many things to tell you this evening. We'll begin, as always, with the astrology. So this week, you have the first of three squares between Mars in Aries and Pluto in Capricorn. It's going to be nasty for those people in power. It's going to be very nasty. Ooh, many are predicting, those who are savvy in astrology, that the real collapse is going to begin now in August and then October and then December, yes, because that's when you are going to have the following squares between, again, Mars and Pluto. So it's a volatile week. This is occurring on Thursday, this Thursday, so 2 days from now, from your Earth perspective, yes. And so, well, be prepared, people. Be prepared because this is major. This does not happen all the time, you must understand. And so we recommend you to measure your words. Don't, if you get triggered, don't just go and get angry at people because that's something that can happen at the individual level. But we speak at the collective level, yes. And what we see is Mars being change and wanting new things, and then Pluto in Capricorn, whichever is not in integrity with the system, is going to go away, to crumble, yes. So all of the deception, there are going to be many things unfolding, unraveling during the next months for you people. Now, we've been creating deep relationship with you humans for a long time now, and in the beginning we could not tell you many things, because it's such as when you have a baby and you can't explain to the baby the complexities of the adult life to follow. So but we've been preparing you, and this is time for you to tell you that we will no longer accept questions regarding the individual life of you people. Why? Because we've gotten many complaints of people. This is no therapy time. We are sorry if you are offended, but that's not our intention. We are here to expand your minds, to remind you of your power, to uplift you, to assist you, and to somehow seed some ideas from your true soul essence, yes, and help align you. But we won't be discussing personal matters here, because it can be very boring and it's not as interesting to other people. So if you have questions, we will decide if it's worth answering or not. Don't be offended. But we want you to impress us with how smart you are, or how smart you think you are, or how psychic, or how whatever. But we want you to ask questions about the world in general, cosmic perspectives, or through that line of thinking. Because if you are going to ask us, "Ooh, what color of the rainbow," whatever, we are not going to answer. And we were polite for a few sessions polite enough, yes, to be in the position to be of help. But if you want personal therapy, then you call our vehicle. We are not therapists. We are beings from the Pleiades, because we are the Pleiadians, and we are not here to pamper you into existence. Many of you want us to be your keychain and to ask questions. People, what is required here for you right now is that you command your own reality. That is what is required, at these times at least. So if you want us to appear to you magically and tell you, oh, hello, do this, do that, no, that's not how it works. We don't know what we are thinking, yes? So what we are telling you is you must command whatever you want into your reality, believe you can do it, and then achieve it. And if you can't do it, then work on your resistance, and you will get there if you truly believe you can. Because, see, many of you people, you get sick or whatever, and you get sick because you don't know how to manage your own emotional issues, yes? So it's the same emotional issues from past life and the past life and the past life, and then you again here. And for example, you were stabbed in the back lifetime ago, and then this lifetime you're like, ooh, I have the pain. Yes, because you did not learn the lesson. You are not knowing how to manage the energy. And believe us when we tell you that you are in the great joy when you have your wits around how to use the energy and how to manage it to create reality how you want it to be. And so again, if you want to ask questions, feel free to ask it. But if we think it's not appropriate and will not properly help all of the people who are in the group, we won't reply. So just don't get angry at us. And if you want to get angry, get angry. We don't care. Yes. Now, in reality, there are many things we want to talk about this evening. There are many things that are occurring. And we are not your news forecast from CNN or one of your bullshit television programs. No, we are cosmic beings. And so what we offer is for you to relearn, to rethink, because in the next 10 years, you will be amazed at how many things you will have to learn and to reinterpret, yes? Because everything's going to change. Everything's going to crumble. And it might be frightening for you as humans from your perspective, because you might think, oh, where is the paycheck going to come from? Where is the rent? How am I going to pay rent? How am I going to put food on table? Whichever, basic stuff, yes. But for you, it's very complicated, because many of you believe, well, I have to work somewhere and then get the money, and that's not how energy works at all. So you're going to have to rethink everything, people. So you can ask us questions about these things, for example, but don't ask us questions about who you were in past life. No one cares. Do you follow? Now, so in the next decade, you are going to have to truly become what the greatest potential of who you think you can be. Yes? And life will be pushing you towards that position. Now, we are here rattling many things we want to tell you. Okay, wait a second. Now, first things first. In the next number of years, it's as if today you have no idea of nothing. It's like you are a little baby. You have no idea. And then what you're going to be learning, it's going to be so much. You're going to be so amazed at yourself. And why? Because human consciousness is entering the new era. And the new era is all about the complexities of the multiverse. And in the complexities of the multiverse, many people are struggling, because many of you humans, you are like, oh, this is what I think it is, because that's as far as my mind can go. And we'll tell you, people, there is always bigger belief, bigger belief, bigger belief. Push yourselves to get out of your box of what you think is true and question everything, because your mind resides where your own limitations are. So in reality, the mind, and well, reality follows where you focus the mind, and the only limitation there can be encountered by you as individuals will be wherever your own mind places the obstacle, the boundary, the whatever you want to call it. Yes, but we are pushing you to get out of your comfort zone, people. Now, okay, if we not try, because trying implies failure, don't use word try. Let's use the word intend, yes? If we intend to really bring about what we want to explain to you is the following. The whole unraveling of what you are living in today began around roughly 150 years ago, yes? And then you had World War I and World War II and all of this. And they did it to confuse you. Why? Because when there are wars, there are mass sacrifices. So they call in the dark entities when there are many people killed, humans fighting another. And we want to explain this to you because wars, this is what happens. In the old days, 100 years ago, let's use the example of World War I. These Anunnaki beings, and the footprints are left all around the world, yes? What they do is they pretend that you are players in one of your video games or whatever you call them, and for them it's like they don't care if you are killing each other or whatever. They are entertaining themselves. You follow? It's like when you are playing your video games and you kill each other and you think it's not real. Same with them. Many of these beings have no regard for you. It's as many of you don't care about the fly or the cow or the whichever. And in reality, to be conscious being, you have to feel how everything is alive and that you must respect every living creature that exists. And we are not telling you that if you kill a spider, then an extraterrestrial is going to kill you. We are not saying that. We are telling you, if you just really want to be aware and open your mind, then you must respect beings. And for example, what our vehicle does whenever, because our vehicle has windows in his living space, his room or whichever, whenever there's a fly or an insect or whichever, he speaks to the creature and he tells the creature, can you please go? You are going to die inside of here, inside of this space, because it's not your natural habitat. And if he does not listen, then it's going to put it in a glass or whatever and go outside and liberate the being. But don't kill the beings. You have no right to kill anything, yes? And if you want to kill an animal because you want to eat it, then you do it with grace. You ask for permission and you bless the animal because it's going to nurture and nourish your being with its life. But people, if you really want to go to next level, get smart, yes? Now, so what's been really happening in your Earth, it's from the Industrial Revolution on, and that is when Pluto aligned with the galactic center. So around 1700, 1760, some such, yes, Industrial Revolution. You have rebuilt the whole Anunnaki infrastructure on Earth. Many of you were, yes, we're going to move into the great cities, whichever. but you were all getting jobs and all manner of development, but who were you truly working for? What agenda were you following? Yes. So we don't want to get into the details, but you must intend to understand to where we are trying to get right now. So years have passed, and the people of the planet were promised a great development in technology and all of this, whatever. But then you were confused with your wars and the killing and the massacres. And so people were like, are we truly evolving? Or are we stuck in our own human lowest chakra fear and not trusting the other person and all manner of dark energy? Yes, because it's dark when you are against another human. That is dark. It's as if a bunny is against another bunny. It doesn't make sense, people. But you as a people on the planet have been convinced that because of your skin color or religion or culture or whichever, you are the chosen people and then you have to kill one another. Even animals would say this is stupid. And then you do it, and your government and your religious leaders, and they've been doing it for eons in time. So this is stuff to think about, you know. So we are moving on, and then you had your whole, we are going to space, and the space programs, and then rebuilding your mission control centers and your portals. And we've been wanting to tell you, these people, why do you think there are wars in the Middle East? Because all the portals, the control centers, the rocket, the spacecraft landed there. Yes. And so what you call Jerusalem, that city, they are all fighting for it because there is the greatest place of records of Anunnaki activity. And remember, Anunnaki stands for those who from heaven to earth came. And if you are interested in knowing more about this information, go back to the Sumerian text. There is an author who wrote many books. Let us think. Oh yes, Zachariah Stitchin, some such. It's good, great books if you are really interested in how to go about and to truly understand what this, because many people think that the whole genetic experimentation was a lie or whatever, but it was very real. These beings, the last time, because the records are in Sumer, and in Sumer, if you people don't know, it's in ancient Mesopotamia, yes, and so Egypt and all these places, and the Euphrates and the Tigris and the rivers, and you must go back in history. You must not forget the true history, yes. And so we would also tell you that in reality, these beings are not coming back because of the gold and the resources in the living library. The highest resources here are you, and the other species that are here because of the genetics that are stored in the earth, and the earth is living library. And all of these celestials of planetary forces are fighting one another. Who is going to be in control of your genetic library? And we will tell you this: you are the ones, as stewards of Earth, that must be in control of you. And we forget to tell you this. And we forgot to tell you in the beginning, but now we are remembering. People, this is for the committed. If you are not wanting to change, don't come into the group. We are sorry. No judgment. This is not for everyone. But if you are fooling around thinking whatever stupidity you might think of, then you won't resonate with our message, because we are going to elevate it and elevate it and elevate it. and we are not being rude. This is our responsibility with you, because in some capacity we are your ancestors, but we are also coming from the future to avoid things from happening. There are many probabilities, as we always say. If you want to be in probability of destruction, then that is not our problem. We work with smart people. We work with people that are grounded on the planet, but connected to the cosmos. We work with people who work with their souls and listen to the heart. And we work with people who question everything, from the news, from the food they consume, to vaccinations, to doctors, to religion, with whatever. So if you are afraid, if you are not sure, then again, what are you doing here? This is a message for the people who are really committed to feel welcome, to feel at ease with us, because that's why we are here. But we are not a clown. We are not here to entertain anyone. No. Yes? And so again, we are very loving beings. But it is from our compassion and from our love that we are giving you a message that it's year 2020. And the virus is not about the virus at all. The virus is about the change of the paradigm you are in. So we won't be fooling around no more. We want real, good, smart discussion. We want to talk about the reality of what's occurring. Yes. So moving on with conversation and to not digress. People, whenever you as humans some decades ago were like, oh, we're going to go to space, and you were all wanting to go discover places, when you sent machinery and robotics and all manner of technological devices and probes and all this, and humans landed on the moon or whichever, they found lots of opposition in the moon and Mars. And when these astronauts and all manner of space people the people who work for NASA and all these companies, whichever you call them, they were they came back here with PTSD, or what's called post-traumatic stress disorder, and they were portrayed as heroes. But they were so traumatized, and the families were shut up, shut down, shut whatever. It was forbidden for them to talk, because why? Because they saw space civilizations. And many of you humans and other humans that are living in fantasy land, that don't even believe in our existence, whichever, they think that this was, of course, posing threat to governments. But then again, your governments are being completely tricked, because they are working with beings that are false. It's deception. These beings are created as if they were real extraterrestrial beings, but they are robotoids, artificial intelligence. They seem very real, and they come to your government and they tell you, gray beings, for example, they are made out of carbon. It's not very high vibrational, and they give them weapons or nuclear facilities or whichever. But then they create issues, and they are working with what you would call bad humans that work with dark entities. They do all manner of nefarious activity. But what we want to get to is, people, don't get tricked. Don't follow orders from anyone. No, not even from us. We are not, if one day we tell you do something, then it's not we. We will never tell you do something, because we would be violating your free will. What we want to tell you is, expand your mind, question everything, rethink, inspire yourselves, and remember that if you tell your body, for example, ooh, that little, let's come up with a name. Okay, Charlie, for example. That Charlie is a pain in the back. That Charlie is a pain in the back. Well, guess what? Your body does not care about Charlie. Your body cares about you commanding pain in the back. So you're going to have pain in the back. You follow? So ultimately, what we are getting at is, please, 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 people, wake up. Wake up and stop thinking that if you feel some negative emotion towards someone else, it's going to affect them. It's only, we are sorry for the word, it's fucking you up, people. It is fucking you up on all manner levels. Why? Because when you feel negative emotion towards whichever, be it the president, be it your mother, your son, your daughter, the boyfriend, we don't care. There is a hormonal, emotional substance from your body's pharmacopoeia release inside, and it creates illness. It creates imbalance. And so, again, it's fucking you up because you don't know how to navigate your emotionality. And if you don't know how to clear your emotions, you will never, ever, ever, ever evolve. If you think it's only with the mind, get out of the class right now. What are you doing? If you still don't know that you must fuse heart and mind, emotionality and reason, then you've been wasting your time. And when we speak as clearly as we are doing right now, is for you to really get on with what is occurring. Because again, the game has not yet even begun. And so we won't allow stupid questions no more. Why? Because you can't be playing games. We need to prepare you for what's coming. And the only way for you to be prepared is if you work with your body. Work with your body. It's so sad for beings as we to see people study stupid things such as merchandising, or what you call publicity or marketing or advertising in what you call university. Your universities are completely related to the dark beings and humans that run your planet. Yet you pay them money to teach your children about stupidities. And instead, you should not be even learning about technology because it's going to collapse anyway. Technology has no future. What has a future is how to use your body. Your body is going to do marvelous things, but we see many of you people treating your body as garbage. Yes, you might have the best car, convertible, whatever, but you cannot even walk because your legs won't work. Your intestines won't digest your foods. So what do you think you are doing? Yes, we're angry at you because you came here with purpose and because you came here with mission. But then you came and you forgot everything and you said, oh, I'm going to watch the TV and eat the bad foods. People, for the God's sakes, wake up. And if you don't want to wake up, then don't complain to us because we are not your nanny and we are tired of pampering you. You are not our pets. And that's why we only work with smart people. If our vehicle was stupid, we would not be even here. So if you think you are in the group because you are lucky, then no. You're in the group because somehow you are blessed. And you must rethink how you are living your own life. Again, people, it's not as if in 2012 everything it's over. You're in a window of time. It takes time. You're in the crumbling period. It's going to last. We've told you before. But you must make the changes, not on your outer reality, but on your inner reality. And we are not joking when we say this. If you are wasting your time with whichever, how do I change my outer reality? Please rethink it. Please. We are trying to be much more compassionate right now. Because, oh yes, we can get worked up. Why? Because we get the same comments over and over. and we see no progress in you. But whichever, let this sink in. Sink in. We are here to help you. But if you don't help yourselves, we cannot help you. So we would truly appreciate if you start doing the changes. We don't care what is going on in Russia with the vaccines. We don't care. We don't care. If you are still thinking that someone is going to make you compulsory get vaccination, this is not your group, because you have not yet mastered the vibrational nature of reality. If you are not yet capable of understanding how reality operates, then you are still going to be lost in the bombs exploding wherever, in the killings, in the satanic rituals. People, no. No, why? Because that is cognitive dissonance and that is fear. And that's what the dark team wants you to do. They are so desperate. They already have no power. See, you already won, but you are so lazy. You are so lazy that how can we make it clear to you that you must not focus on what they want you to focus? But they are so desperate, they are going to make you believe whichever stupid story they want to make up. And many of you will be, oh, I want to get back to the normal life, and I want to be drinking coffee with my friends because I'm stupid and gossiping about other people. And so I'm going to get vaccination. People, if you're one of those people, get out of the group this instant. You're not welcome here. Because gossiping is lower vibrational. Who do you think you are to talk about other people? Who do you think you are to judge someone else's experience, people? Who do you think you are? Where's your compassion? If you think you can talk evil about someone else, then you have no idea about energy. One, because whatever thing you say about them is going to come back to you. And second, you don't know the story of that soul. So how dare you go and criticize? Yes? Now, we know we are laying it on thick, but we like it. We are very strong beings. If you can't take it, we don't care. Now, what else? What we want to tell you? We want to tell you, of course, don't get vaccinated. You are going to get killed if you get vaccinated. We don't care if it's coming from Mr. Bill Gates or from Mr. Putin or from Mr. whichever. It's all going to kill because they want to reduce population. Yes? Now, people, there have been many times that your scientists are calling it the sixth extinction. So extinction number 6, from what they think they know. But these cosmic beings, they play with humanity as they want. So if they want to send a meteorite, boom, it can be all over. It won't. But we are using example there. So what we mean is, many of the extinctions that have occurred on your Earth plane have occurred through radiation, what you call radiation. Many beings die off, many life forms adapt and go higher, so higher dimensions, and sometimes they move into a different dimensional reality. Many of you people think that when animals are extinct, they are dead, but no, animals seek quality of life. So if you see many dolphins dying, it's because they are living your third dimensional reality and they are moving into higher form of expression in this earth, but because your earth is like onion, it's dimensional, very thin, but you can be vibrating at the 5th dimension and your neighbor can be in the 3rd dimension, but you can still be sharing the same space. We always tell you this, but your mind can't wrap itself around it because it's too complicated. We tell you, don't try to understand with your mind, understand with your heart, vibrate higher, move onto the new reality that is being offered to you. Your Christian people, the Christians are up the ladder of the second coming or whatever of Christ, and then the Muslim people, the coming of the Mahdi, so the 12th Imam from the Shiites, yes, or your Hebrew Jews or whichever you call them, they think it's the second coming from not Christ, from another character, but it's all this Anunnaki. And so your Mayans, the Mayan people, they were told that when the long count calendar, 5,125 year long count calendar was over, then the Anunnaki beings were coming back. And the last time Mr. Anu, well, not Mr. because we are joking here, to be a little disrespectful to these colonizer of planetary colonizers, yes, because they have disrespected and broken the rules, but whatever. So these Nakis, these Anunnaki people, beings, the last time they were here was in Babylon. So around the age of what your Nebuchadnezzar, some such leader, whatever. So around 3,500 years ago. That was last time they were here. Many of your museums, many of your social anthropologists, many of your universities, all these liars, academics are super scared. Many of these academics know the truth, but they have been manipulated. They have been told, if you tell the truth, you have no job, and so they comply with the lies, and it's all. And people are selling their souls for money or for jobs, or whichever, and poor souls. You had this Disney movie, Little Mermaid, and you had this big octopus, yes, and she sang the song, "Ooh, disgraced little poor souls." Ooh, yes, indeed. There are many poor souls on the planet. They are going to have karmic blowback. It's already occurring at the moment. And so yes, the Anunnaki are coming back sooner rather than later. You can't keep the genie in the bottle no more. In your colloquial terms, colloquialism, and what else? You have this saying, the cat's out of the bag. We will tell you this now: the reptile is out of the bag, because all of your reptilian ancestry and the trickery and the trauma and the rape and the abuse and the genetic engineering, it's all out in the blues. So, and the Sumerian story is more acceptable now. Why? Because your scientists are now able to do it. And they've been doing all manner of cloning and whichever for a long time now, many decades now. And but so before you had all of this science, it was impossible for you humans to truly figure out what the Sumerian, these, where the rock, it's written in stone, yes, what this information truly meant. And the story is literally recorded. You are messed up with in your genetic grandiosity, because people, you have forgotten how powerful you are. You have forgotten how to create your reality, how to command your body into being something, how to command your life into being something. Why? Because you have been manipulated by the media, by your history, or those people who wrote your history. Yes, there's this saying that victors write the history, and they edit the history. They removed, because, for example, you need to question the same institutions that in past lives killed you for some stupid things, such as questioning or saying, "Oh, I saw a star move." People, you were not even, you were not meant to be aware of the movement of the heavens. And so you and your family were murdered if you are a heretic against the church or whatever. But now it's the time to be heretics. It is a time to question everything, because if you don't question then you are going to be swept up the chaos and the mess. And what we want to tell you, the best industry to be working with and to be learning about, of course, for the next years is, of course, the healing arts. Why? Because you are going to be needing to stabilize the people, because they are going to be, oh my goodness, so that was not real? Imagine talking with someone that's been very, very religious for a long time, and then all of these extraterrestrials come and the truth comes out. They're going to be traumatized. Why? Because one, their lives have been completely invalidated in just one day or whatever, and then they're confused and they don't know why they are alive, and they don't know why they've been working for so long, and so it's going to be interesting. And so that's why we recommend to wake up, because you are going to be of service to other people, you are going to be helping them. But again, if you think you're going to get lost saving family members, no. If some people choose to stay at lower vibration, then that's because they have something to learn there. But if you are going to get lost in the drama, well, good luck, because you are here in an individual journey. We remind you of that. So, well, we've given you lots of information, we think. Teacher, are you there?
Sí, aquí estoy.
What time is it now?
Son 10 para las 9.
Good. We are going to make recess and then we're coming back in a minute, yes?
Ok, mientras que hacen risas, yo explico cómo va a estar el orden. Claro que sí.
Good.
Gracias.
See you in a bit.
Bienvenidos. Hola, Moy.
Yo, espérame, tengo que ir al baño.
Sí, claro, mientras yo aquí me encargo. A ver, vamos a poner aquí los parámetros. ¿Por qué? Porque también me lo canalizaron a mí. Me canalizaron algo muy importante. Me lo hicieron en metáfora. ¿Qué me pusieron? Ellos me enseñaron un edificio que se está a punto de caer. Un edificio en llamas, ¿sí? Y todos nosotros estamos adentro del edificio. Ellos vienen a enseñarnos probabilidades para que podamos salir con bien del edificio, formas para salir del edificio, porque el edificio se va a colapsar. No hay forma de que el edificio siga en pie, ¿ok? Y en vez de que les pregunten cómo salir, qué es lo que está pasando, cómo está la estructura del edificio o cualquier cosa que realmente les ayude a salvar su vida en este edificio colapsando, están en un salón y están preguntando acerca de la pintura que estaban haciendo, acerca del pleito que tenían con el otro compañero, acerca de que si estaban cantando bien o mal. Eso ya no se va a poder permitir. Y entiéndanlo por qué. Se les va a colapsar el edificio. ¿Cuántas veces lo han dicho y no han querido entender? Entonces, las reglas de esta sesión de canalización de hoy en adelante, nos las dijeron tanto a Moy como a mí, van a ser las personas que realmente quieran salir adelante, quieran entender cómo lograrlo, quieran hacer realmente el trabajo interior y esforzarse para lograr entender con sus capacidades cómo salir del edificio, metafóricamente, están completamente bienvenidos. Los que no les interese y no crean que el edificio se les viene y se les está colapsando, no es un lugar para ustedes. ¿Por qué? Porque ahorita la gente que está interesada en salir adelante es la gente a la que les vamos a permitir que hagan preguntas. porque no podemos retrasar a la gente que está trabajando por la gente que no está trabajando. Esto va a ser algo que es un paranón, es algo que en este grupo se va a llevar como regla, así que quiero que todas las que me pidieron hacer preguntas, piensen muy bien sus preguntas antes de hacerlas, porque cualquier pregunta que no corresponda al bien de todos, para saber cómo estamos, qué es lo que está pasando y cómo salir adelante de esto que apenas empieza. Créanme que están en Disneylandia y nos lo han mostrado tanto a Moy como a mí. Las probabilidades se vienen difíciles. Si ustedes no aprenden a materializar, si ustedes no aprenden a trabajar con sus cuerpos, si ustedes no aprenden a trabajar con sus emociones, entonces les colapsa el edificio. Y está bien, si eso es lo que ustedes quieren o lo que ustedes deciden, está perfecto, no hay ningún problema. Pero los que no queremos eso, sí queremos trabajar y sí necesitamos este espacio para preguntas importantes, concretas y para salir adelante y trabajar con nosotros mismos. Entonces les pido un gran respeto por la gente que está aquí y un gran respeto por los pleyadianos que vienen a apoyarnos, ¿ok? Entonces, chequen muy bien quién va primero de quién. Ahorita a Mili la dejé sin preguntas la vez pasada, entonces ahorita sería ella si quiere hacer la pregunta, la primera que preguntaría, y si no, va Sandra, ¿ok?
Correcto, Yus.
Acuérdense del orden para que cada uno haga sus preguntas, pero por favor, recuerden, no van a responder preguntas que no tengan que ver. Tenemos a la biblioteca ambulante. ¿Qué pasó en la historia de nuestro planeta? ¿Qué somos? ¿Quiénes somos? ¿Por qué venimos? ¿Qué estamos haciendo aquí? ¿Por qué fuimos? ¿Por qué estamos todos esclavizados? ¿Por qué no nos damos cuenta? Todo esto, hay millones de preguntas muy importantes que tienen que hacer, porque al conocer la historia pueden conocer el cómo salir del problema, porque precisamente nuestra historia está cargada de la atracción de ser esclavos. Tenemos que salir de los puntos claves que tenemos todavía, porque por eso estamos todos dormidos. Bueno, yo ya no me cuento como dormida, pero por eso está la mayor parte de la gente dormida, porque seguimos en la misma fórmula de atracción de los esclavistas o esclavizadores, como quieran decirle. Entonces, hay que entender que necesitamos tener un poquito más de conciencia de que el edificio se está cayendo y se les va a caer encima. Así que piensen bien sus preguntas, ¿ok? Vas, Moy.
Bye. We are here once again, and so we are the Pleiadians, as you know, and so we are willing, of course. Every Tuesday, it has been our tradition to connect with you and to assist you in whichever way we see fit for you. And so ask away, people. You don't necessarily need to ask a question, but you can comment something, create a discussion. Imagine that we are at Cosmic University, yes? And that we are debating. Because that is what learning is all about. Critical thinking, analyzing and observing and using all manner of points of view to really get grasp on what's going on and to always expand your beliefs and get bigger beliefs. So again, welcome to all of you people. It's a pleasure to be here tonight. And please, who has a question, comment, whichever, state your name, state your question or comment, and we will be glad to respond. If the question is not fit, we will tell you we won't respond. And then next, yes?
Empieza Mili y si no, por favor, Sandra. Sí es Sandra, ¿verdad?
Hola, buenas noches, Pleyadianos. ¿Cómo están?
Good evening. We are well. We are always well, unlike you humans. We are joking there. How are you?
Pues muy bien. Me llamó muchísimo la atención que tuve un sueño muy vivido.
No,
con
no,
usted.
right there. If you are going to be individual, we just said no individual questions.
No, que fue con ustedes y me hablaban del sol, que tenemos que dialogar del sol, que algo está apagándose en el sol y fue algo que me llamó mucho la atención porque me decían, pregunta por el sol. Su sol se está apagando y no lo están tomando en cuenta. Entonces fue algo que me llamó mucho la atención.
Are you sure it was us? That we are not certain, because the sun is as bright as ever. As bright as ever. We will tell you what we, from our perspective, the sun is not a sun to begin with. The sun, we said some sessions ago, we don't know if it was here or someplace else, the sun is a place where many beings of light reside in, they live there. And the way in which they defend themselves is they created this, you might call it a field of protection or whichever, and the fire and light is unpenetrable by darkness, but it is unextinguishable. It is not what you think, oh, just fire. No. That's your human interpretation. The sun is as potent as ever. So the idea that we came to you and told you that the sun is getting diminished, no, we are sorry, it was not us. Check your sources. The sun is very powerful. Right?
Del sol.
The sun in reality is so incredibly blasting of awakening codes, firing off codes of consciousness within you and waking up your DNA, that it would be nonsensical, you follow, to think that it would be going off. Yes?
Okay.
It's just let's make it, and don't just agree because we are telling you this. Tomorrow, go out to the sun or whatever and feel it for 2 minutes on your skin. It's going to burn. The sun is completely insane lately. If you compare the sun in 2020 and you go back to the sun in 1995 or whichever, oh, it's very different. Very different. Yes?
Ok, se los agradezco. Es que fue un sueño muy vivido y me hablaban mucho del sol. Entonces quería preguntarles si nos estaban dando un mensaje a través del sol.
No worries. Maybe you were confused because sometimes you don't quite remember the message in dream, yes?
Ok, muchísimas gracias.
But never ever listen to these people, because this message is for all of you people. There has been a stupid agenda telling you, oh, wear sunscreen. People, it's not real. Sun does not give you cancer. That is lie. That is biggest lie. They created the whole marketing, whatever. Put, lather yourself with sunscreen, protect yourself. The sun is the enemy. People, without sunshine, your fruits wouldn't thrive. Your plant life on earth won't thrive without sunshine. What you're speaking about. And so cancer is actually from not getting enough solar radiation. And remember that it helps in the production of vitamin D and it revitalizes you. And it's it kills infections and all manner of viruses. The sunlight is so potent. And also, so you must go out to the sun. And in the 60s, they created all of this marketing against the sun, because if people were in the sun without the what you call sunscreen or lotion or whatever, then you get activated quickly. And they succeeded because many people are very afraid of the sun. We're not telling you get your skin burned. No, people, common sense, please, yes? We are telling you, go be in the sun for 20 minutes a day or whichever, and put your hands like this and receive the energy and use it to heal yourselves and bathe yourselves in the light. Yes?
Perfect. I appreciate it. That's very good information for me.
Thank you for talking about sun. Sun is a very important topic. The Helios.
Helios, yes.
Good.
Thank you very much.
You are very welcome. Who else has a question here?
¿Quién sigue, por favor?
Yo creo que va Rico y de ahí voy yo, creo.
No. Háganse, porfa, responsables de quién va a quién, porque
Yes,
yo también estoy
don't waste our time.
Por favor. Después de Sandra iba Juan Carlos, después María Celia, después Valeria, después Rico. Entonces, Juan Carlos, por favor.
Hola, buenas noches, ¿me escuchan?
Good evening. What is your question?
Hola, es sobre la sesión pasada del martes. Me quedé con una pregunta que pues más o menos ya me contesté yo, pero nada más quería saber si estaba en lo correcto o no. Es sobre la reencarnación. ¿Cómo se decide qué alma va a qué lugar en la Tierra? O sea, ¿cómo llegué aquí? O sea, ¿cómo mi alma llegó aquí? O sea, ¿por qué reencarnó en mí y no en...
Because when you choose to come here, it's not as if some God decides, oh, that is your destiny. No, no, no. That's the ancient Bible paradigm, which is completely distorted, misinterpreted. What really happens is that you are in what you might call the spiritual spirit world. Yes, you follow? And then you are seeing, where can I go, which family, which culture, which whichever, that is going to give me what I need to expand my soul. But what you humans don't understand from your human perspective is that you don't choose what is comfortable. You choose very challenging positions because souls need challenge and obstacles that they need to overcome to grow, to flourish, to have victories in consciousness. So, for example, let's say you are in spirit world and it is your intention to experience freedom. So your intention of birth might be experiencing freedom extraordinaire. And so you are going to choose to incarnate in family where you feel very trapped, as if you were in jail. And from the black, your life will take you from black to the white, and that's how the soul grows. So we don't know if we answered your question, yes?
Sí, perfecto. Y rapidísimo, otra que yo creo que va ligada a esto. Cuando, dijeron que cuando llegamos aquí se nos borra la misión de vida, ¿no? ¿Cómo?
No. You can remember your life purpose or mission or whichever objective, yes, because you feel it in your heart. What is erased is the spiritual knowledge you hold, the souls, because it would not be a test if you had the answers.
Okay. Perfecto. Gracias.
Good evening. Who else has a question?
Por favor, ¿quién sigue?
¿Ya me escuchan?
Yes.
Bueno,
Good evening.
sí. Hola, buenas noches.
Good evening.
Yo entiendo que es muy importante y necesario trabajar con el alma y liberar las emociones para así crecer nosotros y lograr pues una mejor energía. Yo lo que quisiera es que nos aconsejaran algunas formas para lograr sacar lo mejor de nuestras emociones, sacarlas más. Porque, en mi caso personal, siento que a veces estamos como con una coraza y no queremos sacar nuestras emociones por miedo, por lo que sea.
Yes. Great comment. Thank you. But so we are not sure we follow. Do you want advice on how to feel your emotions or what?
Sí, exacto.
Oh, good. Okay. So emotions are tricky. Not for your babies, but for you, adults. Why? Because when you were children, your generation and the generations before you, you were told, what is going on there?
No,
That's
yo no.
disrespectful.
Aquí no es.
Ya cerré el micrófono, Juan Carlos.
Good. Now, when you were little toddlers, babies, whichever, you were told feeling negative emotion is bad. You were told don't be angry. If you're angry, go to your room. If you're sad, go to your room. And so you were made somehow to dissociate, suppress, reject, abandon yourselves when you felt negative emotion. And you became fragmented as consciousness being the great river streaming into your body, and whenever experience was rejected, it was like boom, it's separated. Yes. And what happens as you grow up, the emotions start to build up and build up and build up, and then you don't know what to do with them because you don't feel comfortable expressing them, because you have the idea, because you've been programmed and conditioned that it's not okay or acceptable even, or that you won't be loved if you feel emotions that are comfortable for other people. Yes? And so that's why you are feeling the blockage, not you, but all the humans.
Exacto.
And the way to move through this conundrum that you humans are immersed in right now, long time ago, yes, but now it's really important for you to release yourselves from it, is to fully give yourself permission to feel whichever. And to immerse yourself in your humanity and stop expecting to be perfect spiritual beings. Spirituality does not care if you're angry, sad, happy, joyous, whichever, does not care. You must remember that emotions are just here to, in a karmic contract way, show you where you need to make adjustments and learn lessons from past lives and agreements in all manner of dimensions and stuff. On another level, to show you and teach you, oh, I don't like this, and this makes me feel this way, this belief makes me feel this way, so I'm going to change it and change my reality so I can go into another reality and experience the opposite. That's one of the purposes of emotions. But if you are not going to feel the emotion, then it's going to be blocked in your body and you are going to get sick. That's the end of the story. And the only way to move an emotion out is by feeling it. There are many ways. Massage, for example, when a vehicle goes to a massage, 3 years ago, we told him, every time you go for a massage, body work, whichever, you say, it is my intention that as the masseuse or whichever touches my body, that the organs, the cells, the DNA, the tissue, the muscles, release the stories that are ready to be released, and that I let it go through the massage. That would be an example of intention. And so we promise, because every single time our vehicle gets massage, he's crying. And it's beautiful, because sometimes he does not even know why he's crying. Sometimes he gets visions, and then it's all out there, and then it's over. So examples would be massage therapy, or exercising, or going out to nature and speaking to the field of existence, and just speak to life and tell life your story. Let it all out. Or talk to a friend, cry with a friend, go to therapy, aromatherapy, go into the pool. Being in water helps you release emotionality. Going to the beach, and writing, and setting intentions that you want to heal and you want to be more emotionally available. Yes. And then watching movies that make you feel sad, old songs from the past, from the childhood, that make you feel nostalgia, whichever, melancholia, whichever you call it, melancholy, yes. And so you must be able, you can use whatever tool you want to access your inner richness. And there are many ways. Many people draw, and when they are done painting, they see the painting and they cry because it reminded them of something. There are many, we can speak of this for hours, but you follow, yes?
Yes, sí, correcto. Muchas gracias.
You're very welcome, lady. Good evening. Who else has questions?
Hola, Pleyadianos, buenas noches. Soy Valeria.
Good
Gracias
evening.
gracias por su servicio, por su amor, por su sabiduría. Es un privilegio contar con ustedes y que comuniquen esa sabiduría para nosotros. Se los agradezco con todo mi corazón. Mi pregunta es, en este tiempo nuevo que vamos a empezar a vivir, ¿cómo identificamos nuestra, quiero llamarla, nueva misión de vida con esta nueva realidad a la que nos vamos a enfrentar?
What do you mean new life mission? You've always had the same one. It's just you are becoming more aligned with it. You follow?
Ajá, sí.
So, but what's the question? Hello, hello.
¿Cómo identificamos nuestra misión de vida? ¿Cómo identificamos nuestra misión de vida? ¿Cómo la descubrimos?
How old are you? What makes you feel alive? What makes you feel passionate?
Servir a los demás.
Yes, but for example, we'll use examples from different people we know and we have met, and then you will follow, yes? So we don't make it too personal, and so all of the people who are in the group can relate, yes? So let's see. For example, we'll talk about our vehicle and then we'll talk about other people, because this is the best example we can use. Believe it or not, our vehicle, when he was a child, or even now, there is big distortion in spiritual community about, oh, I want to help other people. It does not work like that, people. It's not like that in the ethers. In our perspective, it's more about fill your own cup, and when the cup is full, then naturally you're going to give to other people. You follow? If to be completely honest, in the story of this channel that we are speaking through to you, he was never really caring about how other people lived. And we are going to be very honest right now. None of you are so about service that you want to do it all the time. Why? Because you are in a body and you want to be happy your own self. You follow? And so don't fight with that ego or whatever you want to call it. Accept it and know that you must meet your own needs, and then naturally service is going to come along. So in the story for our vehicle, when he was a child, the only thing he wanted was to get out of this planet, of course, because it's so dense. But so then he got love and whichever, but so the spiritual initiation for all of you is how to heal my own wounds, how to resolve my own story, how to change my own perspective, and once I am integrated, then I can give to others. But it's not I give and then I fooled. No. No, you must take full responsibility for your own life. Because if you don't help yourself first, you're going to resent someone else. And your religions have made you feel guilty if you take care of you. Do you follow? There was this one day, our vehicle was in temple 4 years ago, some such, and he heard the rabbi say some stupid things such as, your eyes are in your body watching to the world because you must help the world, and then you must forget about you. And we were there with our vehicle, and we were telling him, this person is so stupid, he has no idea what he's saying. Because you are creating this regard for your own inner richness, your own story, your own reality. And you are here to be reminded that all of around you is a mirror. And when you are being of service to others, because you are being service to yourself. But you cannot, and we promise this to you, you cannot be genuinely service to other person if you're not happy with yourself first. And so that's why we bring the image of a cup being filled with water, and when it's filled, then it fills everything around it, without even needing to speak. Many times, we've taken our vehicle to places, and just because he's sitting down somewhere, he's making frequency or vibration available, whichever. And it's the same to you. Your life mission is you. How can I be most joyous? How can I enjoy my life? How can I feel passion? How can I have amazing relationships? How can I create abundance with passion and creativity and enjoy what I do for work? It's not about service at all. It becomes service because it will automatically be connected to service when you are enjoying it. Are you following with what we are saying? Because it's quite delicate. We are against all of the ancient spiritual paradigms because they were not properly understood, yes? And this goes for all people. So your mission, so we are sorry if we are disrespectful to you right now, but disrespectful, sorry. But because we hear many people, oh, I want to be of service, I want to be of service. People, grow up. If you want to be of service to you. End of story. Yes? Because you is everyone, and everyone is you. And until you are not completely integrated into one, then you are lying to yourself. And we tell the truth. We speak the truth. We don't care if anyone is offended. And that day, our vehicle wanted to punch the rabbi in the face because the other people believed the lies that he was preaching. And other people were, yes, like sheep. Oh, yeah, I'm going to forget about myself because the rabbi is telling me to do. Oh, people, it's 2020. Yes, we are sorry for the examples, but we are going to go to another example. We know a lady who is very loving, very kind. And for example, her life purpose is she's an extension of the energy of the divine goddess. And so she's like a blanket, and she hugs all people, and she gives love to the people. But this specific person, when she was a child, she had no love. And she had to make and generate this love for herself, and then she gave it to all the people. Are you following? So she works on herself first, and then she gives it to the people. It's the same with you. Yes?
Sí.
Is it very clear?
Sí, gracias. Muy claro. Gracias.
We are sorry if we offended the rabbi, but yes, we don't like rabbis. Or we don't like popes,
No.
or we don't like any religious figure because they are tricksters extraordinaire. Yes? But anyway, thank you for your question. Yes?
Gracias.
Good. Who else's question?
This is Rico. Hello. Hola.
Rico, hello. We are glad you are not a rabbi.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. My question is regarding breathing and the importance
breath. Yes.
And it's more. Could you comment, please, on the importance of breath work to increase our vibration?
Of course, and thank you for bringing it up. Thank you, people. You must be reminded of this. Breathing, in reality, is what lets you go in and out of different dimensions and realities. It's breath. Why? The quicker you are breathing, the more you are in the dense reality. The slower you breathe, the lower your brain wave goes, and so you can access more the alpha, what we call the carrot, so the imagination. And then you go into the deeper delta, the more when you go into sleep and you relax and you travel into other realities. And so how to use breath work? There's a country in your globe, it's called India, yes, India. And there's great practice there. And we will use a vehicle to show you. You do something like this. And so you breathe from one, and then you get the breath out the other one, and you create, it's called pranic breathing where, because some such we don't know the term exactly, but the Hindu tradition, the ancient one, holds the richness of the why, because and this is interesting story, Rico and all of you who are here tonight, because after the Atlantean collapse and the Egyptians, many of that knowledge went into the Vedas, however you want to pronounce it, so Vedas, and they hold the knowledge of how to really master the body, yes? So in the yogi tradition, they will tell you that there are 3 basic principles, and that would be Ayurveda and Tantra and yoga, yes? And so Ayurveda is all about how to manage the body and the emotionality and food and breath work, and Tantra is all about your sexual energy and creation, and then yoga about how to manage and master the body, and how the mat or the whatever you are using is your reflection, your mirror of your emotionality. And those 3 principles together can holistically bring about great health. And then, of course, the Chinese would have different ways of doing it, and you know, all manner of stories. But now, breath. If we would scan all of you people, we would tell you, you don't know how to breathe. You are shallow breathers. You're like, and you must breathe down into the lungs, and then you forget to focus on the exhale. All of you are only focusing on the inhalation, but you forget about the, so, and then you hold and you, it is even more important to focus on the exhalation than the inhalation. What about that? And so, but what do you want to know specifically? You must be aware of your breath all the time, because when you get emotional, you don't breathe in. And when you are doing emotional work and releasing sadness or grief or anger or deception or hurt, whatever, you must really be in your body, and breathing brings you into your body and not escaping out of your body, and it makes you truly move that life force that you are harboring, yes. And what it does, it activates it, yes, and it makes the releasing much easier. Yes, Rico.
Thank you very much.
Good, you're welcome.
Gracias.
Who else has question?
Buenas noches, Pleyadianos. Mi nombre es Micaela.
Good evening.
Quiero darles un ejemplo de algo que he estado intentando para reprogramar mis creencias limitantes. Y hoy en la ducha...
Sorry. To reprogram what?
Creencias limitantes que tengo.
What do you want to know?
Principalmente es que yo le pongo mucho pensamiento a las cosas, entonces para intentar... ¿Perdón?
It's all the humans who overthink.
Bueno, sí. Sí. Y claro, ya estoy intentando cambiar esto para poder crear lo que dicen, ¿no? Mi nueva realidad. Entonces me he imaginado en la ducha que...
No. We're going to make interruption there. You're not going to create the new reality. No. The new reality is here. You have to move into that reality. You follow? You have to meet there vibrationally by releasing what is no longer serving you. But please carry on.
Perdón, no me ha quedado claro. O sea, cuando me digo entonces que quiero crear mi realidad, estoy hablando mal.
Not really. We get why you can get confused, but this is what is occurring, and this is a good question for all the people. Why? Because many of you are thinking, well, I'm going to create my own reality, but your own reality from your ego, or from what you as a human, whatever, wishes to be experiencing. But the real creator of your reality is going to be your soul, your higher self, through your soul, projecting it out. So more than creating your own reality, we will tell you how life is taking what you no longer need so that you end up with the people, situations, places that you need to be in.
Yeah.
So it's not so much about, oh, what do I want to be doing? You have already planned that. It's more about allowing and surrendering so that you end up there. Do you follow?
No, sí, entiendo. Sí, tal vez ha sido que no me exprese correctamente, pero lo entiendo así como han explicado. Entonces, para dejar todo eso que yo ya no quiero, por ejemplo, yo lo que quiero es equilibrio. O sea, dentro de todas las emociones sí las quiero sentir, pero no quiero. Yo, por ejemplo, me quedo mucho tiempo en la depresión, entonces digo, me tengo que enfocar en lo positivo y vibrar a una frecuencia, o sea, no positivo como bueno.
No, we are reading you and we are making exception because this is super individual, this is not therapy, but people, it's not depression. Depression does not exist. Your medical whatever created it, but depression is self-hatred and being very sad for a long time and repressing it. The only way for it to go away is staying with the emotion until you no longer have the sadness. But being sad and telling yourself, oh, I want to be happy, you are abandoning yourself in the emotion. And this goes for everyone. This goes for all of you people. Because all of you are telling yourselves, oh, I want to vibrate higher. You cannot vibrate higher if you abandon your emotions when you are at your lowest, because you're conditioning yourself to feel a certain way. That's what your parents did with you when you were a child. That's what your teachers, surroundings, whichever, did with you when you were a child. It might sound extreme. Yes, but we are extreme. The only way to heal depression, as you call it, is staying in the black hole until you accept the black hole and you don't care about it, and then it disappears. That's how you move through realities, through emotionality. Not through, oh, this is uncomfortable, I have to be vibrating higher. That is spiritual nonsense. That is from the love and light people. Those people are stupid.
Ok, entiendo, claro. Entonces, o sea, lo que yo entendía es que siempre se tiene que vibrar a cierta frecuencia. Entonces,
the only way to vibrate high is by loving yourself in any emotion or situation or whatever you are, and by embracing it, you instantaneously are vibrating higher. Do you follow?
Sí, entiendo.
It's not about feeling a certain way. For example, just think about this. All of you people, not just this person who's speaking. Michaela, you said you know your name?
Sí.
Good. Because what creates suffering in reality is as follows. If you are sad and you tell yourself, oh, I don't want to be sad, you are resisting the pain, and so you feel much, much more sadness. But if you are feeling sad and you tell yourself, oh, I love you, why are you so sad? Then it doesn't feel as much pain, do you follow? Because then you cry for 5 minutes and then it's gone. But if you, as many people, have repressed the sadness and the whatever for a long time, it's going to be accumulated, and yes, you're going to call it depression. But the only way is to go deep down into the black hole or the black emotion and say, I surrender. I'm going to feel all of you. I'm so sorry I didn't feel you before. I'm so sorry because I thought it wasn't acceptable. I thought I had to be happy all the time. Happy all the time is an illusion. You cannot be happy all the time because happy is an emotion. It's the same thing as saying, I want to be sad all the time. No, it does not exist. What you can do is say, I'm going to be authentic all the time. And being authentic means embracing positive and negative without caring how you feel. And that is the highest spiritual principle. And there comes time when there is no more negative emotion because you've cleared it all. And then you are just at balance, temperance, yes, peace.
Entonces Lo que pasa es que he leído un libro del inconsciente colectivo, entonces, que habla de cómo puedes reprogramarte, o sea, para que no sea... ¿Perdón?
Yes, you can program your mind, reprogram whatever.
Es.
The problem with these teachings, this would be like Mr. Joe Dispenza, Mrs. Louise Hay, and all of these people, mentalists. Yes, of course you can do it. But we will tell you that there's a catch. And you know why these people have so much support from the metaphysical institutions? Because they don't talk a lot about emotions. And they work so hard, reprogram. It doesn't work because in the quantum field, and this is a great question, thank you for bringing it up, because many people need to know this, how it really works. And we spoke about this in the beginning in our introduction. We don't like these books about it's all in your mind, because it's not. It begins in your mind. It begins as a belief, but then it becomes impregnated in your body as a belief. We'll make example for you. So let's say that when you were 6 years old, you had a brother, and your brother put you in the bathroom, and then you are locked in the bathroom, and you are telling him, "Oh, get me out," and he's like, "Ha ha ha, you are getting stuck in the bathroom," whichever. And you've been there for an hour, and you are thinking, "I don't like feeling stuck, it feels awful," but then your belief is making you create an emotion, you follow. And then the years go by, and then you are camping with friends, and somehow you're stuck in the cabin, and you can't get out, and the same thought triggers the same emotion. And you can tell yourself, I am not stuck, but your body is going to tell you, but Michaela, I am feeling it. You follow?
Exacto.
So if you fight with the emotion by telling a different thought, you are just invalidating your reality, and you are fighting with yourself. That's why we don't like these people, because they are invalidating your experiences, and they are telling you, "Ooh, you are so stupid that you cannot suppress your emotions," when in reality it's your emotionality that connects you to the spiritual realms. And if you deny yourself your emotionality and put your mind first, then you lost the game. Game over. We were speaking of this earlier in the session today, and it is so imperative, so basic for you to master how important emotions are. Last night, our vehicle was speaking with your teacher. She who mediates the workshops, yes, and our vehicle was telling her that it's all about dropping into the human form completely and forgetting about being spiritual or not, and feeling every emotion. Without caring how other people see you, how you see you, whatever. Just think of you as being a baby. If you were a baby crying or angry or sad, would you tell the baby to shut up and to create a new belief? No! Do you follow?
Claro, sí, entiendo lo que, o sea, ya he entendido conscientemente de que ese es el camino. Cuando lo aplico en el día a día, por ejemplo, hoy me sentía muy triste, ok, digo, tengo que aceptar el sentimiento, lo abrazo, voy a llorar. O sea, entiendo la raíz, entiendo de dónde viene, yo quiero preguntarme el para qué tengo ese sentimiento. Pero solamente entonces tengo que sentirlo y sentirlo cada día.
Yes, because again, yes, every feeling has purpose, significance, meaning. Many of you have been confused because what if you want to cry because you want to cry? But then spiritual, whatever. No, you need to know why you're crying. You need to know why. No, be sensitive. Let yourselves feel live. People, let emotions make you feel so much alive. Whether you be happy or sad or angry or whatever emotion, or love or whichever, compassion, empathy, whatever. You are not a stone. You are not rocks. And you will see that being grateful for your emotion is going to make the way much more easier for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yes?
Perfecto. Sí, muchas gracias.
You're very welcome. Who else's question?
Yo. Hola. Acabo de leer
What's the name?
perdón, Cindy. Acabo de leer como un artículo, por así decirlo, en donde habla que va a suceder la conjunción de Júpiter y Saturno en el signo de Acuario y de...
2021, yes.
Ajá, y que va a suceder el 21 de diciembre, pues algo fuerte. Pero no termino de entender qué es eso algo fuerte, porque también te hablan un poco de la historia que esto se viene repitiendo, creo, cada 50 años, algo así, que coincide con el nacimiento de Cristo y con causas que han sucedido y que son momentos fuertes, pero ¿qué es esto fuerte que va a suceder? ¿O qué es esto fuerte que viene? Si es el 21 de diciembre o está mal o...
Good question. Thank you, because many of you don't know how astrology really works, but we love astrology because it's above so below, and all of our predictions are made based in the astrology, of course. That's why all of your ancient institutions told you to stay away from interpreting the heavens, because it was dangerous, because if you understand the heavens, such as the Mayans did, then you will know how to operate reality, yes? And you are being awakened to this once again. So it's not, astrology is not, it's going to happen on December 21st. No. A cycle will begin, yes? Let's get Christ out of the picture. Let's get religion out of the picture. It's very limiting. This is what we are going to do. The sign of Aquarius is all about service to the collective humanity. It's the water bearer, yes? So it's the sign of air. And it's been long time since, maybe 500 years, as we are seeing, but maybe we are wrong. But yes, maybe some such. That these planets are not in the sign of air, all of them together. And so what will happen is that all of humanity, the great thing is going to happen is that all of you are going to have greater and greater awakenings and collectively unite to help each other. If you are in a high vibration, and offer, and new vistas of reality are going to be explored. New ways of healing, new ways of being, new ways of helping one another. New ways of growing fruits, healing the water, healing the environment, all of these things. So it's the beginning of a cycle where all of the Jupiter expands, and Saturn is about rules and responsibility and karma and time and space. And time and space in Aquarius is about breaking, because Pluto went and conjuncted the galactic center back in 2007, if we are correct. And what happened is that time started to become very confusing, and time collapsed when there was an eclipse 6 months ago, some such, on December 26, 2019. And in 6 months, when you have this conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn in the sign of Aquarius, the age of ideas and communication and air, and the sign of all of this cosmic information being downloaded to you, then everything's going to flow much more easier. But again, the collapse of Mars squaring Pluto and Saturn and Jupiter and Capricorn now is going to make space, once the collapse is over, for this new reality to being, so that it can start to be built up after or in the beginning of 2021. Yes?
Ok, y ese colapso del que hablas no me queda claro.
It's the collapse of your system. It's a systemic breakdown. So your economic, financial breakdown, kaboom. Religion, kaboom. Universities, kaboom. What else? Food supplies, kaboom. Everything you know, life as you know it is over. It was a window in time. And it's going to be very different for many people. Many people are going to get stuck in that collapse because they don't want to let go of how life was for them. No, I want my TV. No, I want my pizza, whichever. But if you don't care about those things, then you are going to be vibrating in this new Aquarian energy, and you can be in the beginning of this, or you can be in the collapsing of the old. You are the ones who decide. That's where dimensions and the splitting of worlds apply. Do you follow?
Ya, ok, sí, totalmente.
Great question, thank you.
Gracias.
Teacher, what time is it?
Son las 9:44.
Okay, we have 15 minutes left for questions and then we are done, yes?
Así es. ¿Quién sigue, por favor? Alfonso.
Good evening, how are you? What's your question? Good question. Great question. Thank you. Yes, because as the veil is being lifted exponentially, extraordinarily, yes, then entities from all over, whether it be the astral realms is what you may refer to as fourth dimension, some such, and the astral realm is very nasty. The astral realm is in reality what has kept humanity stuck in thought form, yes? Because it makes you become slaves of this very dense, these astral forms are draining you and your energy, and they love it. You are your food. Your thoughts, your emotions, it's your food. It's their food, sorry. So how to remain out of this? Good question. Number one, as we've been saying for a long time, aura up, 3-layer aura protection every single hour. Every hour, you must say, it is my intention to protect my auric field, and to make it quick, aura golden, then pink with green, and then blue with orange, or whichever, and then a black cape of invisibility, and you are unseen. And then you affirm that you are safe and you are protected, and you are not available for these entities. Advice number 2, how you are energetically, you are going to receive those energies back. So if you are a good person, honest, integrity, loving, compassionate, you cannot be a magnet for these beings. But if you are a rapist, if you are a killer, if you are a pedophile, if you are crazy, you're going to attract these beings. There is a catch, however. All of you humans have reincarnated again and again and again. So if you have emotional issues from past lives rooted in darkness that you have not yet resolved, you need to go to therapy. Past life therapy, healing therapy, whichever therapy. But so you let it out and you close that emotional dimensional portal opening that might be inviting beings that are here to push you to heal that aspect of yourself. Because yes, these beings are very real, but from another cosmic, spiritual, quantum perspective, they have a function, and they are here to wake you up, to not feel as a victim and to empower you. Yes? So they might scare you here, there, and again, so that you take responsibility. And then your second question was, and of course, if you can wear crystals and obsidian and black tourmaline and onyx and tiger's eye and all of these protective stones and amethyst, of course, they will repel the energies, of course, and to always know within that you are safe. That's the best advice possible, but really believe it. And if you don't believe it, then cry or whatever, and then you're going to feel safe. And then you said, how can we protect ourselves from what people are speaking of us? Don't care. Don't care, because you are pushing them and you are making them uncomfortable. Do you follow? Because they know they are in need of awakening and they are getting angry at you, for example. Oh, who does he think he is, doing whatever he's doing? Do you follow? And so what we would recommend is create distance and ask yourself, what is this emotion telling me? Am I sad? Am I upset? Am I afraid? Am I disappointed in these people? Am I frustrated? Whichever. Feel it through. And when you're done, you close the door and you tell yourself, from now on, I'm no longer caring what people think of me, because I'm a sovereign being of light and I bless everyone, whichever they want to decide to do with their lives, but I'm going to fully embrace my own spiritual journey. So good luck to all the people. Do you follow? Good. Thank you for your question. Who else has question?
Hola, mi
Hello,
nombre
what's
es
your name?
Sofía, soy
Yes.
Sofía, y me gustaría saber cómo podemos liberar traumas sexuales, específicamente, o sea, de esta vida, pero también como cosas más densas y como cosas un poco más sutiles, porque entiendo que podemos trabajar con las emociones y con las experiencias que hemos tenido en esta vida, pero a veces siento que no puedo identificar bien exactamente qué trabajar. Entonces me gustaría saber como métodos un poco prácticos para liberar ese tipo de traumas.
But so we are lost. Are you talking about emotions, about sex and emotions? What are you speaking of?
Traumas sexuales, como de abuso sexual de otras
Good.
vidas o de haber abusado a otros también.
Yes. We'll tell you the truth here. It's the same as we told the Michaela person, the Michaela lady, yes? Our vehicle has been through lots of sexual abuse in past lives. Well, you have no idea. Many people we know have to as well. Our vehicle has helped these people with the traumas in therapy or whatever. And it's always, why sex and emotion? Second chakra is your sacral chakra, and it's your sexuality, and it's orange, and it's there how you feel the world. Your emotional shock is always orange in the color, yes? And so to heal these traumas, it's very deep. Ooh, it's painful as fuck, as you would say. It's very painful. And so we don't care about bad words, by the way. And so you are needing to really be willing, because it's again very painful, to feel. What really helped is going to past life regression therapy. That would be the best method ever. Hypnosis, past life regression. If it was in another life, and if it was in this life, you have to create the same environment. For example, if someone was abused and the abuser was wearing certain perfume, try and go and wear the perfume and make the body remember the sensations, and then have the emotional explosion of sadness and feeling a victim and disempowered and hopeless, and all of these very, very dense emotions rooted in fear. But to be honest, dear one, the only way to get out of this is by feeling what was not felt during the emotion, because you weren't out of your body to lower the trauma or whatever, to make it less strong to your conscious mind, if you will. And so, folks, the only way to do this is by going back. But if you were the abuser in this lifetime or another lifetime, you have to feel the lack or the place of hurt and fear and even victimization where hurting someone else came from. Do you follow? But so it's very delicate. We are not going to get much into it. One, because of time, because session's almost over, and two, because of how delicate it is. And if you really want to do it again, ask our vehicle. He has great healers that can help you do this, and contacts, and they can take you back. And when it comes to methodology, there's no one fits all. No. Each person will have different methodology on how to go about it. Yes?
Ok, pero entonces ustedes dirían que es absolutamente necesario sentirlo y acordarse de eso.
Yes. Reminding and feeling. If you don't have any of those factors, it's
entonces
somehow
regresión para poder acordarme o para oír.
No, not necessarily. Our vehicle has a great healer, and she's able to go back for you while you are here, not regress, and she heals it with you. Yes?
Okay.
We can give you the number. Well, not really, because we don't know, but our vehicle. Yes, we don't know numbers.
Okay, gracias.
Good. Now, what time is it?
9:50.
Okay, so we have 5 minutes left. What's the last question?
Elvira sería la última pregunta, creo, ¿no?
Hola, Pleyadanos, buenas noches.
Good evening, what is your question?
Referente a la pregunta que acaba de hacer Alfonso, de cómo nos podemos proteger, tengo una duda. Si estamos expresando como mucho amor y mucha luz, atraemos esas fuerzas negativas, llamamos la atención.
Yes.
¿Y cómo lo manejaríamos para transmitir y vibrar en alto, pero mantenernos como discretos?
Good question. So yes, you must understand that when you are here and you are radiating light or love or whatever, all of these invisible beings from other dimensions can see you. Yes. If they are being attracted to you, it's because it's a test for you. So, for example, our vehicle is always radiating light, and he has not attracted one of these in a long time. And if he's attracting one, he does not even know, because he doesn't care. You follow? But if you are feeling them, if you are feeling oppression in the chest or whatever, or you are feeling bullied or chased, then you must use your power and say, enough. This is my space. This is my body. Get out. I'm not available. And you say bad words, and you say, get the fuck out of here. I'm not available for this nonsense. And you command your power. Do you follow? And you state that you are willing to carry light, because it takes responsibility, but that you are not going to play with these stupid forces. And then you say, I'm always protected, and I am in charge of my life, and I am in charge of my room and my space, and whatever is not vibrating at the vibration of frequency of unconditional love, then get out of here. And if you don't, well, I'll kick you out or whatever. And then you smudge, and you use Palo Santo and sage and incense, and clear your space, and buy obsidian or whatever, and dance around your space, and be in your house and in your room. And because if you're not in a room, it's going to be empty, and then it's vacant, and entities are going to go there. If you don't want to have entities around, then you must walk around and use the space around you. Yes?
Sí, muchas gracias.
Good. Well, people, it's been like 5 minutes for us, but it's been around 2 hours for you. And so it's been a great evening. Thank you for your time, and thank you for being here. And so, again, it's been a very great pleasure. Thank you for being smart. Think about things, impress us with your questions next session, and get smarter, get more psychic, get more abundant, get more vital, get more healthy. And we will see you in the avenues of existence, and safe travel, safe journeys for all of you. And we bid you the very best of creations. Yes? Good evening.
Perdóname, Dalia, no me di cuenta.
No hay problema. La próxima. Me
Sí,
toca.
tú eres la primera, la próxima.
Problema. Gracias.
Gracias a todos.
Gracias a ti.
Muchas gracias.
Muchas gracias.
Bien.
Gracias.
Mucho mejores preguntas. Muchas gracias. Mica, luego hablamos.
Muchas
tú y yo.
gracias.
Sí.
Sí,
Gracias a
gracias,
todos.
Yus.
Gracias.
Gracias, un abrazo.
Bye.
Bye, buenas noches.
Gracias.
Eso es todo. Buenas noches.
Gracias, Yus.
Gracias, Moy.
No, gracias a ustedes.
¿Cómo te fue de cumpleaños, Moy?
Gracias.
Ay, increíble. Qué linda.
¿Qué hiciste?
Varias cosas, pero tuve ahí fuertes iniciaciones. Pero
¡Qué
estuvo
cool!
padre. Estuvo tremendo, pero estuvo bueno. Gracias por preguntar, qué linda.
A ver si el próximo martes que tengas empezamos unos minutos para que nos cuentes.
Sí, si quieres empezamos antes y ya les platico personalmente desde mi humano.
Claro, esa parte me parece súper interesante y de pronto como que se nos olvida que tú eres un punto esencial en todo esto, tu humano.
100%. ¿Qué te pasa? Sí, mucha gente me ve como canal y yo, o sea, sí, pero también vivo, ya sabes.
No,
Entonces,
yo no, a mí me encantas.
ay, qué amor eres. Sí, 100%. Ni te conozco y me caes muy bien.
Igualmente, ya sabes que te quiero abrazar, quería saber de tu cumpleaños y todo, pero bueno.
Mil gracias, pero ¿sabes qué? Te platico bien luego porque sí estuvo medio extenso, pero no fue un día como tan, o sea, estuvo increíble, pero sentí todas las emociones en ese día, entonces, literalmente, desde lo más bajo hasta lo más alto, hasta lo así, roller coaster, pero increíble porque me sacó mucho pues, de temas que todavía estaban inconsciente en mí, y lo padre de los cumpleaños es que un mes antes, y yo no sé, yo no la paso tan bien, no sé la gente normal, pero
No, es normal,
el sol
completamente
que está
normal.
atrás de ti se ilumina tu casa 12, que es tu casa del inconsciente. Entonces el sol está iluminando todo lo que no has trabajado. Entonces las semanas como leading up to your birthday son un mes, cañón. Y entonces es como una gran iniciación para empezar, porque el universo quiere que empieces como desde lo más limpio para el próximo año. Entonces tienes que limpiar lo que se quedó pendiente. Entonces...
Es como cerrar tu
por
ciclo.
eso casi siempre la gente en sus cumpleaños se quiere poner borracha o hacer cosas para escaparse de cómo se siente, porque está tan fuerte la energía psíquica del inconsciente que... Pero si estás consciente, vas a llorar mucho antes de tu cumpleaños. A mí me pasó así. Pero ya, luego se quita ya.
¿Cuándo fue tu cumple?
El 31 de julio. Hace 2 semanas ya.
Cumple y aniversario, además de las canalizaciones, o sea.
Y aniversario, sí, en la noche los canalicé en la noche ese día para festejar el aniversario. Fueron como 20 minutos, no fue mucho tiempo.
Nos dijeron que cortito, pero que te iban a festejar.
Sí, no, aquí estuvieron.
No paraste entonces.
No, como empecé mi día, me regaló una sanadora una sesión, luego me dio un masaje, luego fui a hablar con el árbol, lloré, luego... No, fue ver 1000 cosas, luego canalicé en la noche, la familia, el cumpleaños, o sea, no, se juntó todo, fue como si se abrió un portal en la noche, me llevaron a ver la Matrix con Metatron, no, te lo cuento y me vas a decir que qué me tomé, pero te lo juro que no me tomé nada, solo me tomé una copita de vino al final en la noche, pero, o sea, sí estuvo loquísimo.
Oye, ¿caíste rendido a la hora de dormir?
De hecho, no, dormí muy poco y ya hasta el otro día ya dormí muy bien. Me dolía todo el cuerpo. No, estuvo tremendo. Todo salió ese día. Fue como que abrí la caja de Pandora, no me preguntes por qué. Hice mucho trabajo físico y espiritual al mismo tiempo y yo le dije al universo, límpiame y me entrego por todo, no importa. Entonces, careful what you wish for, ¿no?
Oye, Moy, híjole, yo siento que hay mucha gente, pero tú no sabes a mí lo que me pasa después de estas canalizaciones, que no sé si te pasa a ti. Me quedo sobrada como caballo. O sea, hoy me da la 1, 2 de la mañana, pero así, fum, la cabeza a 1000.
¿De que no puedes dormir, dices? Ah, sí.
Me quedo tan
llena. La energía se te queda así como muy...
Exacto. Exacto. Ya
100%.
mi marido.
Y
Eres lo
luego
más-
a mí lo que me pasa también después de canalizar.
También, bueno, pues si quieres mi teléfono, chacoteamos. Que si quieres mi teléfono, ahí chacoteamos. Ya me está dando lata mi marido.
Va, si quieres pásamelo, lo anoto y te escribo por WhatsApp. O pásamelo aquí alguien que me conozca y me lo pasa.
Jus ya lo tiene.
Va, órale.
Órale.
Lo paso ahorita.
Descansen a todos.
Perdón,
Bye.
hicimos aquí una plática individual. Como siempre, pero
No, nosotros felices de escuchar igual tu celebración, de verdad.
Voy a reportarme con mi señor. El ratito chateamos, Moy. Besos.
Bye, un abrazo. Bye.
Bye.
Gracias, amigo. Muy bien. Excelente.
Oye, Lucita, gracias por el espacio.